Welcome to Lesson 6, Responding to Partners 1 Heart and 1 Spade Opening. 1 Heart and 1 Spade Opening bids promise 12 to 21 high card points and a 5 card or longer suit. We have 3 priorities to follow in responding to Partners Major Suit Opening. Number 1, raise Partners Major with 3 card or longer support. 2, if we can't raise, bid a new suit. And 3, if we can't do either one of those, bid no trump. When partner opened 1 no trump, she had 15 to 17 high card points, a nice, tight, 3-point wide range. That made it easy to locate a good final contract based on these familiar point ranges. Opening a major promises 12 to 21 high card points, a 9-point wide range, actually making it harder to locate a good final contract. To make it easier, we divide this 12 to 21 into 3 different point ranges. A minimum opening hand, 12 to 15 high card points. A medium opening hand, 16 to 18. And a maximum opening hand, 19 to 21. We're back to our 3-point wide ranges, just like no trump. Similarly, responders' invitational range, what was 8 to 9 in no trump responses, is now 6 to 12 point range, 6-point wide, also needing dividing. We use 6 to 9 points to describe a minimum responder hand and 10 to 12 to describe a medium responder hand. So, in summary, over partners 1 heart or 1 spade opening, if we can raise her major, in other words 3 card support, we're following priority 1. When we can't raise her major, we're following priority 2 or 3. Here are the point ranges we use over partners major bid opening. Vaguely similar to the 0 to 7, 8 to 9, 10 to 15, like we used over 1 no trump, just different numbers. With 0 to 5 points, we typically pass. With 6 to 9 points or a bad 10 and 3 card support, we raise to 2 hearts or 2 spades. With 10 to 11 or a bad 12, we jump raise to 3 hearts or 3 spades. With 12 plus points, we have a game-going hand. Logic says we would jump to 4 hearts or 4 spades, but that is not what we do. With 12 plus points, we bid a new suit first, then jump to 4 hearts or 4 spades. On our next bid, our rebid. Why do it this way? Bid a new suit, then jump to game later? Because there are 2 ways to reach game, 4 hearts or 4 spades. One shows that good 12 plus point hand. The other is called a preemptive jump to game and shows less, sometimes a lot less points. With 12 or more real points, if opener has any extra values, slam may be possible. A preemptive jump to game promises a weak hand, less than 12 points. It also promises 5 card support, in other words, a 10 card trump frit between 2 partners, obeying a concept called the law of total tricks. The law of total tricks says we can compete in the bidding with our opponents to a level equal to the total number of trump between us, without fear of being doubled for a big negative score. So why would we ever want to make this preemptive jump to game? If we are weak, in other words, partner opens a 12-point hand and I am also weak, let's say 4 points. That's 16 combined points. That means the opponents have 40 minus 16 or 26 combined points in their hands. If we don't do something drastic, they have no difficulty finding their game and make it easily for a big game bonus score, and we take a big negative score. A preemptive jump to game is simply interfering with the opponent's bidding, making it more difficult to find their game, which we know exists because we are both weak. It's that 10-card trump fit that protects us. So what do we need to jump preemptively all the way to 4 hearts or 4 spades? We need 2 to 9 high card points and 5 or more cards in partner's suit, and a side suit singleton or void. A side suit is any suit other than the trump suit. Now, let's switch gears to a new subject called support or dummy points. When we have an 8-card or longer fit in a major, short suits in dummy can sometimes be helpful. Shortness in a side suit allows declarer to ruff or trump her losers in that suit, which increases the value of responder's hand. Look at these two hands. The one on top has a void in diamonds, but declarer's hand has diamond, ace, king, queen, jack. In other words, no losers in that suit. Dummy's void is no help. The bottom hand switches diamonds and clubs. Notice how declarer's 3 losing clubs can be ruffed immediately in dummy because of dummy's club void. This is a good example of how shortness in dummy may or may not help declarer. Only dummy can count dummy points, and to be dummy, partner must have opened the suit and you must be able to raise partner's major. If you can't do that, you can't count dummy points. So here's how many dummy points we add for shortness in a side suit. Remember, a side suit is any suit other than the trump suit. Logic says the more trump we hold in our dummy hand, the more losers we can ruff. So, with 4 or more card trump support, we add 5 points for a side suit void, 3 points for a side suit singleton, and 1 point for a side suit doubleton. With 3 card trump support, we can't ruff as many losers, so we add fewer points. 3 for a void, 2 for a singleton, and 1 for a doubleton. Let's bid some hands. Partner opens 1 heart, and we hold this hand. How do you respond? I'll wait 10 seconds. If you need more time, pause the video. We have 8 high card points for those 2 aces. We have 4 card heart support, so we get to add 3 points for that club singleton, giving us a total of 11 points, now enough to jump raise to 3 hearts. Same 1 heart opening. What do you respond? Now 8 high card points, but no shortness, so no dummy points. With 6 to 9 points, all we can do is bid 2 hearts. Again, a 1 heart opening. Our response? Ten high card points, plus 1 for the spade doubleton, 11 total, jump to 3 hearts. Same hand as before, where we jump to 3 hearts, but look at the spades and clubs, totally unprotected. Here's where bidder's judgment comes in. maybe not vulnerable, jump to 3 hearts, but vulnerable, back it down to 2 hearts. Volley is short for vulnerable. In party or social bridge, our goal is to make 2 game level contracts. This is called a rubber. After 1 game is reached, we are said to be vulnerable. When we're vulnerable, our scores go up, but if we get set, our penalties increase also. In duplicate bridge, vulnerability is assigned and rotates hand by hand. Hand 1, no one is vulnerable. Hand 2, north and south are vulnerable. Hand 3, east and west are vulnerable. Hand 4, both sides are vulnerable. This rotation continues through all the hands that we play this game, usually 27 or 28 hands, which takes us about 3 hours to complete. This ends part 1. Stand up and stretch now. We will continue. Let's continue now with the second half of the lesson. After partner opens 1 heart or 1 spade, part 1 covered bidding when we could raise partner's major. Part 2 covers when we can't have support for her major. In other words, less than 3 hearts or 3 spades. Here's a reminder of the point ranges we are working with after partner opens 1 heart or 1 spade. They didn't change from part 1. When we have a minimum 6 to 9 responder hand and can't support partner's major, responder priorities 2 and 3 get used. Priority 2 is bid a new suit at the 1 level if possible. That's possible when partner opens 1 heart, we may be able to bid 1 spade. If partner opens 1 spade, we lose that opportunity and have to go to priority 3, which is bid 1 no trump. Remember, new suits promise 4-card length or longer, but there's a star here too. Might as well tell you what it means now. If partner opens 1 spade and you decide to bid 2 hearts, that specifically requires 5 length in hearts. It's the only exception to the rule that new suits promise 4-card length or longer. New 4-card suits are a higher priority than bidding 1 no trump, and 1 no trump response doesn't promise a balanced hand, nor does it promise a stopper in any suit. Look at this responder hand. If partner opens 1 heart, we have 7 high card points. We can't support hearts. We do have a 4-card spade suit, so 1 spade becomes the correct bid. If partner opens 1 spade, a different story. Same 7 high card points, but now 4-card spade support plus 2 dummy points for those 2 doubletons. 9 dummy points total, but it's still in the 6 to 9 point range, so we'll bid 2 spades. Look at this responder hand. Over 1 heart, we would bid 1 spade. Spade quality is not a factor in deciding to bid 1 spade. 2 diamonds might look more appealing, but any new suit at the 2 level requires 10 or more high card points, and we don't have 10 to 11. We have 6 to 9. If you bid 2 diamonds anyway, partner's going to expect more from your hand. She might get excited, bid too much, and down we go, and it would be your fault. Another responder hand. Partner opens 1 heart. We have 7 high card points, can't support hearts, can't bid 1 spade. Our only option remaining is bid 1 no trump. Here's a little bit tougher hand. Over 1 heart, we can't support and can't bid one no trump with 7 high card points, but we have to bid something. When partner opens and you have 6 to 9 points, you can't pass. You owe partner at least one bid. Over one heart, our only alternative is one no trump. But with those ugly clubs and diamonds, it isn't an attractive bid. So make a small lie. Raise to 2 hearts with only 2 cards support. When partner sees that you raised with only the ace-king, she won't be upset. Another way to look at this is ask partner, would you rather have my ace-king doubleton or 3 small hearts in my hand? Of course, we don't say we're lying. What we say is we're using bidder's judgment. So now let's look at our options when we have a medium 10 to 11 point responder hand. Same 2 options as before with 6 to 9. But now, with more points, we can bid a new suit at the 1 or the 2 level. And if we bid no trump, we jump to 2 no trump. Look at this responder hand. Partner opens 1 heart. We can't support hearts, but with 11 high card points, we have 2 different suits we can bid. 1 spade or 2 diamonds. Which one should we choose? 1 spade is a major, and we prefer to bid majors over minors. 2 diamonds confirms that we have 10 or more points. Since both suits are 4-card length, we resolve this by bidding our 4-card suits up the line. 1 spade is a lower bid than 2 diamonds, and that's what up the line means here. Something we need to know, and this is important. New suits are forcing. That means that opener can't pass, she must bid again. Let's change the hand a little. Make the diamonds 5 length to the ace-king. We still have the same 11 points as last hand, but if we have a 5-card suit and a 4-card suit, we almost always bid the longer suit first. Since all new suits are forcing, who knows, we might get to bid those spades later. Another small hand change. Diamonds are still 5 length, but now to only 1 honor. Which suit do we bid? We still bid the longer suit first. If we bid 2 diamonds first, then later get to bid spades, partner can figure out that we have 5 diamonds and 4 spades because we bid the suits out of order. Another small change. Over 1 heart, we can't support hearts, can't bid 1 spade, but we do have 2 4-card minors to choose from. We've seen this guideline before. With 2 4-card suits, bid them up the line. So 2 clubs is the correct bid here. Let's look at responding to no trump with these 10 to 11 point hands. Remember, this is priority 3. Partner opens 1 heart or 1 spade, so we can't support and we can't bid a new suit. The important thing to remember is that everybody doesn't use the same meaning for the 2 no trump bid. Most of the world says it shows 10 to 11 points, but Audrey Grant teaches her students it shows 13 to 15, which makes it a game-going hand. What's the correct answer? Whatever you and partner choose. Most players use 2 no trump, promises 10 to 11, but also remember it denies a 4-card biddable suit. Now it's time to talk about game-going hands, those with 12 or more points. Another way to look at this is if partner opens the bidding and you also hold an opening hand, together we have game somewhere. Let's practice. Bid this hand Over partner's one heart opening, I'll wait 10 seconds while you think. Over one heart, we have 6 high card points and 3 card support, and 1 dummy point for the doubleton. A total of 7 will raise to 2 hearts. Now let's bid it over a 1 spade opening. Same 6 high card points, this time no support, so no dummy points. Our only option is bid 1 no trump. Another hand, same drill. Over 1 heart, what do we bid? 7 high card points, can't support hearts, but we can bid 1 spade. That's the correct bid. Okay, what do we do over a 1 spade opening bid? Over 1 spade, 7 high card points, plus 2 dummy points for the doubletons, still 6 to 9 points, so we'll bid 2 spades. One more hand, over 1 heart, what do we bid? We have 5 high card points, but we also have 6 card heart support, so we have an 11 card fit, but no side suit singleton or void, so no preemptive jump to 4 hearts. What I would do is back it down 1 level and bid 3 hearts. So what do we do now over a 1 spade opening bid? Same 5 high card points, and that's all. No spade support, 2 worthless suits for 1 no trump. I would simply pass. Here's a pretty good textbook, SAYC Bridge by Downey and Palmer. And here's the chapter pertaining to today's lessons on major suit raises. And that's the end of part 2 of today's lesson.